Hello, my friends. It's so good to be back. It's so good to be streaming. The tavern doors are open, so come on in, have a seat, have some meat, and relax. Hope you all have fantastic days. Today, we're kicking off stream with some Lancer once again. It is for our TTRPG Tuesday. So, make sure you have yourself a nice hearty mug of meat, a nice comfortable seat. Without further ado, my name's Hippie, I'm your host, and welcome to the bridge. What's up, ladies and gentlefolk? It's good to be back, it's good to be streaming. How's your faces? How's your butts? How's your butt faces? Hope you're all doing fantastic on this Tuesday afternoon, or whatever time it happens to be for you. I'm excited. Today should be a good episode of Lancer. Oh, I need to grab my tablet. That's one thing I forgot to grab. I really need to get a nightstand or something next to my desk to put that stuff on. But yeah, really looking forward to today's session, having a good time. Also, I did just order some Subway, so you might occasionally hear me munching on food. I'm hungry, and I'm a very snacky GM, and you have to deal with it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and undeafen in the Discord here. We're gonna get our players introduced. We'll have a one time. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Aloha.
Bye bye. Bye now.
Hello and goodbye.
Hello, bitches. How's everybody doing? Y'all having good Tuesdays?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Having a day.
Having a 2-day. Dang, y'all missed out on a chill ass game night wing. We played cool new Clank Catacombs, had Ruins of Arnak out.
God damn it.
I'll fucking.
Well, you can blame Jen's mother being in town.
I do blame Jen's mother being in
I
town.
also blame.
You could have had fun, but instead
We could have had fun.
you met someone's mother.
I had a sitcom.
This was in fact how you met her mother. But yeah, no, gonna be doing the Lancer. I'm excited to see you guys, what paths y'all take, what territories y'all conquer, and where the adventure takes us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know it was that boring for you. Jeez, you don't have to be here. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here. 10 lightning damage, you die. You're in space, it's space lightning. Fuck you.
Damn. Jokes on you, I was fucking dead already.
No, you're not. I revived you.
He's a lich pilot.
No.
Yeah.
I'm
That was the
already
secret
dead.
the whole time.
Yeah, let me go and get the intro here ready to rock. And, yeah, we'll get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our Lancer campaign, episode 10, Sleeping Beasts. Last time we saw our brave band of mercenaries known as the Rejects. They had done a space hell dive onto the known base and location of Deadshot, having succeeded in not killing the man and getting the information they wanted from him. They very politely offered him a ride back to the station of Tumbuska, and then moved on to purging a base of pirates who didn't really put up much resistance, but they were fun nonetheless. Though due to their delayed choices and the path which they took, a known war criminal has gotten his hands on a dangerous new world-slaying engine. And the package for BB they had been sent to retrieve is far more interesting than they could have ever imagined. Join us in this tale as we find out what they do, how they do it, and if they die doing it. The scene opens up. You guys are standing there in front of the large blue blackish tone shipping crate. This thing's 2 stories tall almost. Again, there's another one off to the left that's half of it's burnt to slag. You can only assume that the World Slayer Genghis engine was indeed what caused that damage. Gotta remember. You guys only assume the World Slayer is what caused that damage. And then before you, in the container you have opened, sits a Baylor. Inactive, its form unmoving, though you don't really no full heal what Horus does, machines are capable of. You've heard ghost stories, rogue AI, of cascading NPCs and you know worlds being destroyed by these machines. Whether they're just folk tale and ghost stories for the battlefield or they hold some semblance of truth, you're unsure. You're certain that this is the package BB asked for.
I did not expect one of these.
Yeah, this right here is definitely some bad news.
Well, I'm sure BB's got reasons for it.
Unless he wants to
Good,
kill
but
the station, I can't imagine they're good.
well, could be transporting it. I don't really rightly know. Could also be a deterrence. You shoot at me, I unleash this Baylor, that sort of thing. I don't know. Let's talk to him before we make our decisions about all this shit. Ain't none of my business. I mean, it is my business, but it ain't my business.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
Well, I think we should head back up to the surface and get a hold of our long-range comm and probably send BB a message.
All right. You guys make your way back out of the station. It seems to have mostly gone quiet, whether you've killed all the pilots, all the pirates, or the others just left, having heard the news of their boss dying. Who knows? You make it back to the machine. As you approach, you do see Deadshot just finishing hanging up twice. You're not sure who he was calling or what for, but certainly on comm.
Having a chat there?
Oh yeah, just had calling a few acquaintances, making some arrangements for my arrival back at the station.
Fair enough.
Would he have done that on our comm system?
It's the only one that reaches the station, so.
Okay, I wasn't sure if he had his own. Was all I'm getting at.
Well, so he
okay.
has his personal device, but it doesn't reach. So he used the one strapped to Lady Luck to boost the signal.
Yeah.
Can I check the log on? Is there a log I can check on that?
Kind of. There is certainly, yeah. He obviously had to connect to it in some shape or form. Your knowledge in this field wouldn't be. So you roll me a d20. I would not give you the tech advantage.
Okay. Just checking to make sure I don't actually have anything on there. I do not. D20.
All right, so you check through it, and yeah, he certainly made a call back to the station. Then correct. You can't seem to get a proper connection list back to IP. But there was definitely communication. Lasted under 2 minutes.
Oh well. Well, for your sake and ours, let's hope we're not there's no unexpected surprises on our way back.
No. I wouldn't blow up a taxi while I'm in it.
With that, I gesture to Circus. Well, I guess we should probably call it B because he's the one who has BB's number, or whatever.
I mean, I would assume at this point you all
He
do
probably
have
all
his
have it.
base comms. Yeah,
Something he seemed to be secretive about it.
yeah.
This is true facts. Anyways,
My license level is not updating on the actual gravity well.
Uh,
that's a good point. That reminds to sync.
I know
um,
mine took a couple minutes to sync up.
Okay.
I almost forgot to sync it.
if nothing else, Wing.
Well,
Okay, it didn't update. It updated some of it, not all of it.
like it's just showing up as license level 4. It's weird.
It do be happening.
Sync, you stupid thing.
Yeah, give it a bit and.
Okay.
I don't think you'll. Unless you have anything like major. Too much. All right. So, who's calling?
Harold.
I'd say.
Okay. You send out the signal. It does take a little bit. It needs the take the proper connection. Eventually, you get a receiving ping, and well, hello there. Are these my favorite little rejects?
Hey there, excuse me. Hey there, baby. Yeah, we got your package, and
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
it's all intact and in the container.
Well, got 3 problems right now.
Problems. I don't like problems.
Well, the first is the nuclear part of your little package is heading toward the station at insert acceleration here.
The nuclear part of my.
The World Breaker being piloted by quite the homicidal fellow.
I have. That is not my package.
No, I think his package is the what one?
Oh, y'all didn't go opening my package, did you?
I saw nothing inside of it, of course.
The
Good to hear.
pirates were making rather interesting claims on the while we were cleaning them up. Quite the angry fellow who was holding it.
I see. Well, as long as container is intact and my prize is there, we'll have
Oh,
no
it's fine.
problems. So, all I really need you to do is simply strap a tracking device to it, send me the pinged location, and I'll have some boys come and pick it up.
You want an active ping or a responder?
In responder, active ping might bring unwanted attention.
Got it. Dohar will rig up a responding ping and set it on top of the package.
You do that. You slap it on top. It works just fine. I mean, if nothing else, you just find one laying around the.
I
What
assume
is?
they've got to be like they're like fucking AirPods. They're gonna be
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, you could. I mean, you could basically just like a comm device to it if you really needed to.
Yeah.
It's a pretty easy to do it. Is was there any complications? You mentioned a world killer Genghis.
Yep. It is
Uh,
heading toward the station right now.
Oh, an active one.
Yeah.
Oh. Well. No, I'll make sure to keep my security up. Shame that wasn't the package. Well, I got what I wanted. 2 antiques. Better than one I bought.
Oh, that explains why it was okay. Yeah, I get it.
So, if that's everything, I'll be getting back to my business, preparing for my package to arrive.
Well, ain't none of my business, BB. Just careful with that thing. I seen what they can do.
Yes. And, Doha, next time
Course.
I send you to job, I prefer if the mailmen do open my mail.
Wasn't my intention to open it. Again, I saw nothing, as far as I'm concerned.
That's good to hear. Now then, toodaloo?
All right. Well, we'll get in touch with you when we get back. Hope you have a good wonderful day there, baby.
Yeah, make it back safe. Have a wonderful flight. And, BB hangs up. Yeah. It's, BB seems pleased? Question mark?
Question mark.
Package is there, but, you know, being now people with information might. No, down. What are you guys doing? I mean, Paylor is there. You don't technically have to give it to BB.
Dohar just kind of shrugs his shoulders. I honestly ain't none of my damn business what he does with it. He he's been good to us, so I ain't gonna stab him in the back. It ain't like he's got bad security either. What y'all think?
I'll admit from what I've heard of these is not pleasant. Not sure I like being on a base with one.
Well, at least we'd be on the same side as it. I hope.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
One
Yeah.
thing
Nothing
one thing
bad
I've
will happen.
seen. I've seen more than one warlord hyped on their own juice, so to speak.
Yeah, we just punched one up.
I mean,
True.
he seems a little bit smarter than that, but you know.
Hmm.
All right. If that's it, then y'all can make your way back to your machines. Well, I guess if you're calling a taxi or attempting the flight back.
Both. Worst case scenario, we meet them halfway.
Well, no. Worst case scenario is you careen out into the middle of space.
Yeah.
We have thrusters. We can control that, and our pickup will have a bigger ship. No big deal.
Sure, just flies to the asteroid belt. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think we were that deep into the asteroid belt, considering we slingshot into a relatively close section of it.
Yeah, but that was a 5-minute flight
At very high speed.
at high speeds.
There is no way that our ships can go that fast.
You
I
were
mean,
also
they don't need to go that fast. We just gotta, aim and go. They can pick us up on the way. What? I mean, it's space. It's not like anything's gonna fuck with us while we're moving.
I mean,
If we get
asteroids
too
also
close,
move. Eh.
Yeah, but like getting hit by an asteroid in space is the
Dude,
number is very small. I'm being honest. I mean, I don't see any problem with just we go in the direction of the gravity well, and then we get picked up like on the way there. At the very least, we get to the edge of the like the edge proper of the asteroid field.
it's up to you guys. You guys' choice.
I got no say in this. I'm fucking knocked out still.
Yeah, Zeke is not doing good, but
I would suggest we take a taxi and wait our happy asses right here, as we have wounded. Battle bus is probably a safer way to go.
Fair enough. I guess that'll give me time because I can pressurize I mean, I can pressurize the inside of Lady Luck, right?
I would hope that it's always pressurized. Otherwise,
yeah, it's almost always a pressure.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I figure. I mean, like, so yeah, I can at least do some more proper like medical to Kaiser at the very least if we have to. Yeah, Zeke, sorry, because we don't exactly have a environment to get him out of the suit.
I mean, he's not full of holes. Yeah, he's not
he's
full of
plugged
holes.
up. We gave him a
Okay, I
restorative
mean, if
badge.
he's stable, then
Yeah, he's just
okay, then
unconscious and probably has broken bones.
Yeah, no biggie.
Almost like a freight train of a man came and punched him in the fucking face.
it's just some broken
I
ribs. He'll
live
be
to fight another
fine.
day, bitches.
Oh my, Bruce did a lot of work, guys, more than I expected him to.
He just kept getting really good.
I
rolls.
said no. Okay, we eventually got him.
Yeah.
Big boy Bruce.
All right. Zev, you guys are just chilling. You made the call out to the Tumbuska Police Central, and you guys, response, yeah, they'll send out some taxis. Be by and pick you guys up. It'll be 15-20 minutes before they arrive. Is there anything you guys want to do in this base before you go? Zeke, you do receive consciousness in this time.
You receive consciousness.
Oh, what a blessing!
Yeah. You have aches and pains, but you're functioning.
I guess we don't have time. We don't have time to like loot this place, or rather to scour it top down. Can we find like a computer, see if there's any information of relevance?
Bunch of pirates.
Sure,
I
you
mean,
could find a computer and
oh,
I could say you could just search that room where Bruce is holed up, because that seemed to be where they were storing most of the valuable shit.
yeah, I
There was
mean,
that one Big Mac in there.
yeah.
Forget what it was. The pirate Mac.
Oh, I mean, it's not a specific mech. It's
Yeah.
technically it's a big old Frankenstein of shit.
Yeah. Nothing we could fucking use to be too much fucking
Yeah.
efficiency.
Because of nothing else. Well, I mean, I guess Xander, if you wanted to dabble through the computers a bit.
yeah. See if they're just looking for anything of otherwise note.
There's not much on these. Whatever was originally this base's purpose has been pretty fucked. The pirates have loaded up several viruses that just trashed it pretty hard. Its current purpose is a standing like relay system for pirates. Bruce was starting to build up a little group here. And there's a little bit about receiving news on package. They were here to scoop it up, and it was going to be War Machine to become the greatest pirate in the system.
Hmm.
They had no idea it was in the box. They hadn't even opened it yet. There is news of a man who had joined them mid-flight to the rocks. Said something about one, experience life's finest moments. It's best to see the galaxy and it burns bright rather than cold. There's not much word on him. There is a couple weeks of reports of there's a few missives about the guy seemed a little off. He was definitely he fought people a lot, getting a lot of trouble. Even for pirates, he was a little much.
Uh-huh.
And you can assume that was the man who took the.
What a wonderful feller. I'm sure nothing bad will happen to him.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a totally reasonable individual. Yeah.
Very, very reasonable and absolutely not off his fucking rock. He chose that
Yeah.
thing over this.
Well, I think most people would. Yeah, I mean the world killer Genghis Mark One is a walking molten energy core.
Yeah.
Things so archaic. Its armors barely hold back its heat. In fact, it mainly uses it as a weapon to melt things around. This one is there is like a weapons list on it. They did open this crate. They had gone through it. Thing is armed to the teeth. It's pretty well laid out. It's got a plasma caster, heavy flamethrowers. It is a fully functioning Genghis with modernized weaponry.
It's only a war crime the
That's-
first time.
Draw your attention to the Lancer chat.
Yeah. It's fine. I mean, this also isn't the first.
No, my Lancer isn't John Deere branded. It's Macross.
Oh, Macross is good. I'm sad I lost my box set of it.
The eventually, yeah, the force shows up. Yeah, as your taxi arrives. And yeah, without any, they're a little confused with what this base is doing here. But they assume you guys are gonna talk to the chief about it. And yeah, so your machines are loaded up. Do you mention that Deadshot is inside Lady Luck?
Yeah, I just said we'd get him back to the base, not that he wouldn't be in jail.
So you do.
Johar doesn't mention it.
I said we'd get him back safely. He'll be nice and safe. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, one of
I was gonna say, because I'm assuming this is like a whole ass police taxi.
Yeah, I mean, it's meant to hold. It's a transport for war machines, but yeah.
I'm sure they've got at least one cell equivalent on it somewhere. Anyways. But yeah. No, I'll hand him over.
So we're just gonna kind of sit there in the cockpit, like, the fuck are you doing?
I
Uh,
mean, he gave us our information. I told him we'd get him back safe.
All right,
See no issue.
so an officer comes up to you and he has is anything else you need to be reported or anything?
Grab a pair of cuffs. We got um I
Prisoner?
to- yeah,
Mm.
prisoner. I've totally forgot. I forgot what other word to call our man here.
Fugitive? I don't know. Words.
Yeah.
All right, you bench it in. Are you getting him out? You letting the officers get him out?
Um, I'll just go up and pop. I'll open up Lady Luck. As I mean, yeah.
You climb on top of the machine and you open up Lady Luck, and sitting in the cockpit is Deadshot. His handgun's pressed to your chest. Why'd you gotta go and do that? I thought we had something special.
Told you you'd get back safe. Ain't much safer.
I had a deal. Business courtesies.
Hey, why don't we all calm down and he can come back as our guest?
The several officers have at this point raised their weapons, and it's not like they can shoot him. They're just aiming at the cockpit. They can basically see his hand and a gun. That's about it.
Quick, shoot the gun, trick shot it.
You really put me in a bind, because ain't no way I'm going to prison. I have things I need to get done, and there right now, if I go to prison, someone else is gonna come kill me.
Hell,
Well, you
prison
don't
will probably get fried before that.
you don't have no faith in your coworkers to get you out of the holding before then?
I don't have coworkers.
He's a merc.
He was on the payroll for the other people, so I just kind of.
So you do
Anyway.
know he is not associated with Goldilocks. He is just a hired mercenary.
Oh, right.
Similar to Crucifix, who is basically just a hired killer.
Don't we all, you know?
Well, no, you guys had like actual jobs. Their only task is kill people. Like that is their entire life's goal being raised. Their co-workers are other assassins that generally, if they interact, would just shoot each other.
Right. Okay, that was my bad.
In fact, you had that interaction with him and Crucifix when they first showed up. So, yeah, he has a gun in your chest. It's looks like a decent caliber, too.
Now,
I mean,
the two of you, why don't you just calm the fuck down and everybody gets to live the next day? All right. We did say that we were going to bring him back, so let's bring him back. He gave us the information we needed. Let's honor that.
What do they call it? Police pardon or something? I gave
Wow.
you information that helped your case, and you let me go.
Yeah, one of them things or whatever the fuck. Just both of you sit the fuck down and let's get this handled. Long ass ride, but back anyway.
I was gonna say, did we have any information like at all on Deadshot before this? Like from the police side of things? I'm just trying to think back.
Police knew he's a hired killer. That's about it. Being working with Goldilocks, there's not a lot of information you can parse.
They probably wouldn't even be able to hold him for that long, realistically. Like, what are they going to charge him with? Being a mercenary?
Well, for doing exactly what he did on this station, which was kidnapping Finn Flanagan and
It's one little kidnapping charge.
little fuck all nowhere and being hired by potentially slavers.
Hmm. I mean, he was just hired for a kidnapping. That's pretty minimal, all things considered, as far as they can prove.
Either way, what are you guys? Dohar seems to be quite on the uh, let him go fence.
Quite frankly, I don't want to get involved. I just want to get back to fucking station and go.
Yeah, you're a little fucked up.
Fucking nap.
I have a headache, you fucks.
Zeke stood down. Look, it's on you, Xander. Are you gonna attempt to arrest this man, or are you gonna have a very awkward flight back?
Fuck it, not worth the effort.
Alright, well, there's still officers here. What do you guys tell them?
Dohar will raise his hand and motion for them to lower their guns. All right, everybody calm the fuck down now. Again, I already gave this man tactical immunity for the ride back for giving us information. Apparently, Mr. Xander didn't listen real close to that. So just calm down, put your guns down. Let's have a nice ride back. It'll be wonderful, and we'll all have some pot pie when we get back. All right.
The officers slowly lower their guns and kind of look at each other, and then look at you, Dohar. They're concerned. You can't quite see it because they're helmets, but they're definitely their postures. They're a little concerned, but they're not gonna open fire.
Listen, Lady Luck's on her last legs as it is. Last I saw, so I don't want to put any more holes in the thing.
This time I came out of it pretty okay.
Oh, never mind. I didn't. I'm dumb.
Yeah, no, this time I was blowing shit up left, right, and center, and it felt good.
I mean, you did lose a structure. You took a rifle round right through your machine. I think all of you lost a structure.
Oh yeah. Had to repair a structure.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think any of your machines are perfectly fine. In fact, I know for a fact Lady Luck was the first one to get shot by Deadshot.
Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah, but we'd ended up agreeing because I rolled the 6. I could use the custom paint, which scrubs the first structure loss, or the structure loss that it hits on, rather. So I did come out of that fight very well off, all things considered.
Sure, I don't remember. Whatever.
Either way, he did die.
Exactly. Lady Luck's in good condition right now.
All right, so you guys load in the machine and load up into the police taxi and take the ride back. Are you in Lady Luck, Xander?
No, but it's locked down. It's at the very least, its systems are locked down.
Are you?
I'm sorry.
Are you keeping Deadshot in Lady Luck?
If he wants to get out of Lady Luck and try his luck, that's on him. I would assume at least some of the cops would stick around on their own.
I mean, there's 4 officers here.
Oh, there's very few people. Never mind.
Yeah, you only told them to come pick you up. You didn't tell them anything else.
Fair enough. I guess I'll get a sensor alarm or whatever if he opens the door to get out.
Question. I assume that we have to reprint the mechs when we get back to get all the upgrades, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Your machine needs to be reprinted to get any upgrades on them.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's a pretty uneventful flight back. As you pull up to the docking station, a plethora of there's about 6 Everests sitting around, all with the colors and insignia of Tumbuska Police Central, as well as a couple of work vehicles hanging around as they prep to unload your machines and take them back to base for refit, repair, or full reprints depending on what needs to be done. There's a medical crew as well. I think you are taken into medical care. Unless there's something else you would like to do.
Nah, I'm good.
Alright. You're taken into medical care.
In the hospital.
So Deadshot does get out of Lady Luck. And are you doing anything to stop him?
Am I there?
I assume you have nowhere else to be.
Fair enough. I wasn't sure, like, relative to how we were all on the. Okay. I'll tell him he has 5 minutes to make himself scarce. If he's still around, then it's all bets are off.
5 minutes? Damn. I'll be gone in 3.
Dohar also will get out of his machine, go over to Deadshot and just offer a hand.
I appreciate the offer, but I don't make friends.
Ain't nothing about friends, my buddy.
Friend? Shit. Yeah, he just looks at your hand and, man, I'm as likely to shake your hand as I am to chop it off. That's
Same
not
to
risky.
you. Just stepping off this battlefield as neutral person. That's all.
Can't promise you that, but I hope we never meet, and I have to
hope
kill
the
you.
same. I'd rather not, but you're a good opponent, so congratulations.
Yeah, it was interesting nonetheless.
Fair's fair. Hope you do well.
All
Bye
right.
now.
Later, fuckers. And he turns and starts walking away. After about 10 steps, you see a flickering of light. He fades away.
Oh, stealthy boys. I didn't need paint his neck purple. It's just
So at this point you can assume that the Reaper was not his machine.
yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, you guys are loaded up into some vehicles and make your way back to the station. I will be right back. I need to grab.
Okay, I'll do the same.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay, man.
Welcome back. Alright. Alright, so you guys escorted back to the station central and unload. Nothing crazy happens. And is there anything you guys want to do? It's about couple 3 days of downtime as Zeke gets medical attention. He does definitely he has some broken bones and ribs. Uh Crucifix is also definitely
Oh yeah, he got beat the fuck up too.
yeah, he is not looking great either. But he is down and out as well.
Mm. Ugh.
Nothing.
Sorry, what did you say?
I asked if you guys have about 3 days of downtime. Is there anything in that time you guys wanted to do?
Yes. He's good. Dohar is going to reprint the Durandal with the changes to it.
Yep.
I assume that we cannot print the other mechs that we own for right now. We just want to have one printed. Yeah.
You can have one printed at a time.
Okay. I don't see any reason to print out the Emperor yet.
Yep.
I assume the reprinting and mech maintenance stuff was just given. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of just happens, but asking
Yeah, that's
and
kind of what
making
I
sure
figured. Yeah.
and
That's fair.
all
That's
that.
fair. I mean, I can't think of anything. Just 3 days of downtime, get our shit back together, all that stuff.
Yeah. All right. So you guys, Zeke, is there anything you wanted to do? Out of rest.
Rest. I guess make sure my mech's being sorted out with the new modifications.
Yeah. Is there anyone you might want to get in contact with? Anything to pick up on?
I suppose whilst yeah, I want to blah words. I want to at least make sure I know what's going on in the fuck, what's the place called again? We were just there.
Underbelly?
Yeah, the engineering
That's it. Yeah.
Industrial sector.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
the
We still
industrial
need
sector.
to.
Yeah, that's it.
We need to go pick up. We need to rescue the other guy.
Just want to know any news and whatnot's going on down there.
It's gotten a little more restless. It's starting to get a little active. Riots have turned more into organized almost. And there have been actual members central moved down to industrial.
Yeah, we need to get our man free and
There is also word you have heard of relatively indiscriminate damage being done through several parts of the city. homes being burnt down, buildings turned to slag, stuff like that.
Do they know if it's just been the people rioting, or is it our
No,
new edition?
yeah, it's your new edition.
Right, okay.
That's not down in the industrial zone. That's in
That's surprisingly tame for what that guy was
mid
acting like.
and high town.
Oh, he's all the way up there, huh?
Oh, it's locations in mid and high town.
Mm.
There was word that a few that potentially some golden retrievers had been sent to take care of the problem. 3 machines were found, mostly slag. Specifically, all their cockpits are burnt open, and the pilots inside return to charge.
Mm.
Do we have any leads on the Genghis?
It's around. Its signal's pretty easy to pick up. It's wicked hot, so anytime it turns on, it's
Yeah.
a big heat signature. But it seems to be pretty sporadic. It's like it's used to combat.
Why couldn't that Frenchman have killed us that day? Damn it. So I suppose the question is, once I'm back up and running, do you guys want to try and hunt down this Genghis, or do we want to actually go rescue
I think rescuing Flynn is. We've
Flynn?
already put
That's
that
it,
off.
yeah.
Yeah, we've already put that off pretty bad.
At least we know where he is now, so.
Well, one of 4 locations, but yes.
I mean, if that's what you guys want to.
Yeah, I think it would probably be in our better interest to rescue Flynn next.
Are you guys going down there just the 3 of you, or are you gonna gather police force? How you doing? You guys have resources that you tend
So, yeah,
not to
police
use.
force for sure. This
I
is
mean,
a
we
problem.
have multiple locations where down there that we know that he might be stored in, right? So why
Yes.
don't we see about getting some other squads to, check the other locations?
I was
We'll
yeah,
go to one.
simultaneous strike would be best.
Yeah. And the sooner we get him back down into the industrial zone, the better.
Right? You guys start making you start kind of planning out your shenanigans, and then your best bet is probably takes it to the chief to get full information in from that. Potentially a briefing. Not everyone knows what the fuck's going on. Ilhar, after day 2, you do get a little blip from BB with a winky face.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Have fun.
Dohar will call him.
Or you call and BB just picks up and, well, my package was in perfect condition and very much appreciate your delivery of it.
Oh, ain't no problem, baby. Nope, no problem at all. I might occasionally take things from people that don't know what the fuck they're doing, but I ain't gonna do anything that,
Oh, I'm sure you wouldn't do anything so silly to me.
Anyway, I hope you have a lot of fun with that there package. Holy shit! I mean, not that I know anything about it.
Yes, be best if you forgot anything.
I didn't see a damn thing, sir.
And I personally will not be doing anything with it. Simply collection.
Oh, collector. Well, shit, you should have told me about that before. I would have brought you some hoax if I find them.
I am looking for very specific things, Dohar. I don't think you could easily procure my case.
Understandable.
Now, I will say, I've been having a bit of trouble with your additional friend.
Which one would that be?
The man going around burning locations to the ground and chowing out pilot.
Oh, the big boy. Yeah.
Yes, I've done some digging on my end. If you like, we could meet up another little deal and chat.
Sure, I ain't got nothing against that.
Wonderful. Come to my bar. I'll be waiting.
Anytime or just
Sooner rather than later.
understood. See you then.
Thank you. Phoebe hangs up.
Look over to got another lead from Baby. He wants to have a little chat for some dinner and take care of that Flamey boy, the big guy, you know. Got some information on him. We thought we might not like that.
He's talking to you guys.
Yeah.
I'm in hospital.
I thought you were out by now. Sorry.
At this situation, you guys are all together. It's fine. Also, you're not in the hospital. You were there for like a day. They bandaged you and hit you up with like some gel shit, and you're movable.
they got future meds, man.
Damn.
They
Yeah.
just printed a new you. It's fine.
I mean, that's
That
technically
is a valid
possible.
option, yeah.
I need a new heart? Alright, we'll print you a new one. It's all good.
I mean, that's super easy. But like, cloning's 100% a thing.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, end of day 3, you guys have decided you want to multi-strike the lost security stations within the whole of Tumbuska Station, and you guys also have word that BB has information for you guys about the pilot that was unleashed.
Well, we should probably talk to the chief, get that all sorted out. I imagine that might take like a day or two to organize logistically. So
Yep.
once we figured that out, we could probably go talk to BB afterwards. If people want.
All right.
Kind of what I thought.
Hmm?
Still dog. There you go. Sorry, dog. You probably want out, don't you?
Okay. Talking to dog. All
Sorry.
right. So yeah, how you guys doing this? Chief's in his office. Tengu's at her computer. You don't see Wolf around.
It's fine. He's probably hitting the gym again. My man.
But how will we, lift if we do not have a spotter?
It's fine. The spa's there just for show.
Harry Spotter.
The
Oh,
boy
no.
who lifts.
You guys have seen those too? That shit's hilarious.
All right.
Anyhow, yeah.
I guess you guys head the chief.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. You guys head to the chief, and he looks at all of you, and all right. Well, we have several situations to deal with. What are you here to take care of?
Uh, hopefully rescuing Flynn Flanagan.
Yeah, that's a pretty heated situation. He smirks at his own bad pun, and then gets composes himself again. So the situation right now is we know he's somewhere underneath the midpoint between Hightown and Midtown. He's in one of the 3 security stations that have been lost in that area, and we need to get down there. We don't know the forces that are currently being deployed there, if he's even being monitored at all, or if he's alive. What do you mercs suggest?
Simultaneous. We hit all 4 locations at the same time, and okay. So in my head right now, I am torn between saying one of us each goes to one of the locations, because well, there's 4 of us, and that makes sense. But then there's the other part of me saying don't split the party. What kind of police forces do we have to work with?
Well, we have several of the um, officers, the lieutenants, as you've been referred to. Steel Ranger, the cowboy rootin' tootin' man that you ran into. Tengu is logistics and comms. She does have a functioning machine. She will go into combat. Lone Wolf, the heavy weapon specialist, and the silent half cyborg man. And several others that you haven't met yet. Hothead, apparently an ex-con that's been working for the Force for a while. Zen Atlas, and Arnold Thompson are all other members of the Force that you haven't met before.
6 pilots.
Yeah, six leaders. There are also several other members of the Force. The chief does inform you that if you wanted to do simultaneous raids with enough force to withstand whatever they could throw at you, they'd be pulling from multiple places around the station, and other places suffer.
Mm.
Mm. We don't do it simultaneous, we run the risk of attacking the wrong one and then they just kill him.
Really run the risk of that no matter what. I'm completely honest with you.
This is true. It's
I
true.
wouldn't much worry about that because it's just going to be a circumstance of how this goes down regardless. Better to just give the shot, shoot the shot, or as it were, and try to get him back.
Hit them all one at a time?
No, hit them all at the same time.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you, okay. Like out of character, I thought you were saying to hit them. Yeah, no, okay. Cool, sorry. Then yeah, I think hitting them all at once is probably the better play. Gives the Goldilocks less time to respond. I can't imagine. Because we know the Goldilocks control all of these security stations.
No,
Okay, so it's totally possible that some of these won't even have people in them, right?
it's possible there's no one in it. You also know Goldilocks never frontline their own stuff. They're not
Yeah,
mainline
they'll have
fighters.
hired some folks to do it for them. Yeah.
If they're wanting something guarded, they've probably hired Blackguard.
Oh, good.
How quickly would teams be able to redeploy if they encountered an empty building?
Well, they've got to get back to
Like,
the surface and reorientate themselves. It's pretty. The internals of Tumbuska Station are pretty disorientating. It's basically a maze down there.
Y'all ain't got
20.
no probes, huh?
and if we had those maps,
I mean, they work. Yeah, I'd still give it 20, 30 minutes before a proper redeployment can go. These stations aren't that close. You also need to remember most of our officers are running a basic Everest.
Mm.
Well, I'd ask again, is there any manner of probes that we could send down just to give an idea of if it gets shot, then we know that they're there, sort of thing.
I mean, we have short range drones we could use. Tenku has several that work wonders. We'd have to be relatively close to the location, and we only have one of her.
Right, fair enough. Do we have any probability of which one's gonna be the primary?
I mean, if they're wanting to keep it in their in Goldilocks territory, then be the furthest one that's at the edge of Hightown. It's the security blockade for Hightown when it blockades need to come up.
And that makes sense. We'll take that one.
All right. Though that's only if they're trying to keep it in territory. If smart, they'd put it at something that's not anywhere near Hightown. Because, well, that seems pretty obvious, don't you think?
Sure, but if they got the biggest guns there, then that's where I figure that that's where they hide them.
The stations aren't all that armed. They're deployable blockades, basically, large walls.
Yeah.
We haven't had use for them, and a lot of them have been built over at this point, so they never get use.
Well, what do y'all think? Sander, Kaiser.
I, at this point we're just kind of going in circles of but what if, but what if, but what if
A lot of what ifs.
I mean, this was part of why we ran down Deadshot, was to have him tell us where he dropped Flynn off. But I guess, wasn't it? He told us it was a secondary location handoff, wasn't it?
Hmm?
Other than that, he wasn't able to give us super helpful information there.
No, but he's also not around to shoot you anymore.
This is true. Hmm.
I'll tell you right now, that rifle in a long enclosed space would have killed you.
That's what you think. Aha. Hmm. We could hit the 2 most likely locations first, and then redeploy the forces to the other 2 if we want. That way it's not draining, or well, weakening other parts of the station security. But, I don't know.
Be real nice if we had a stealth frame.
Yeah.
Oh,
Real
that'd be
pity
cool.
that, huh?
Yeah, oh well. Hey, wait a second, I know a guy.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Nothing. I'm just looking at my CompCon stuff and it's confusing. And
Hmm.
apparently, I have it. Wait, open. What? Anyways,
Anyways.
We must decide on a course of action.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys need to get something. You guys are basically preparing the next combat supplies and what you guys are going to be doing.
Yeah.
Well, the other half to this, we'll worry about that later. I would say, fuck it, we'll just take this one. He just points to one randomly. Nobody can make a decision, then to hell with it. Let's just go.
Roll me a d4. Two. All right. That is the technically the one in the most middle location. So this is probably the only functioning blockade still. There aren't buildings built over. There's road systems, but they retract when the walls come up.
Oh.
This is in the midst of the highways that connect Mid and Hightown.
Well, if he ain't here, I'd say we move up to this one over here and
Roll me another fucking d4.
one.
All right, that is the blockade outside of Hightown. So if he ain't in no man's land, then they must keep him in their territory. So it only makes sense, right?
Yeah. Well, ain't nobody gonna be looking for him out in the middle of nowhere, right? So if I'd say, dumbass me, I'd put him here. But if he ain't there, then he's gonna be here because that's more how do you put it, secure.
Those of you with military training feel like Dohar is talking out his ass, but he's got a point.
military training only works when you're dealing with military training. So far,
I'm
these
sure
Goldilocks
this is
seem to
fine.
specialize in being assholes.
No one said Dohar was smart.
No one assumed he was. Though he has done, his stupidity has led to most of the functioning results. Oh, Christ.
Oh man.
Don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it.
So Dohar has suggested 2 locations for you guys to do your first 2, say, hits. Is anyone in thinking otherwise? Because again, this does determine the resources that are available and potentially what might come with you or against you.
Uh, fucking false blank bullshit. We'll do these two.
So you
Wow, what the fuck?
agreeing with Dor?
Yep.
You agree with Dor?
Without either finding and snatching a ranking member of Goldilocks or having someone on the inside, we can't get much of value.
Yeah. Fortunately, you tried to arrest the one man that might.
I thought he'd given us information, like all the information he was gonna give us. I thought he'd given us. Oh well, whatever.
I mean, there's this thing called interrogation, you know.
That's what I had thought. Torture doesn't work anyways. People just say whatever to make it stop.
Both of you to assume torture was the immediate interrogation response. Like, what the fuck? We're interrogating this man. All right, I'll grab my fucking nail removers. What?
I mean, what else are we gonna use? Come on now.
We can just castrate him.
Like what? You can't do good cop, bad cop against someone who's not gonna say shit anyways.
No,
I prefer bad cop, worst cop, you know.
But this is the future. There's far more options, just either of those two.
Fair enough.
Technically, you could kill him and clone him and bring him back and kill him again.
True.
That's some next level torture.
I know! It's possible, though. Ain't life a bitch? Alright, so you guys have agreed to go to the No Man's Land security blockade and Hightown's blockade. Yes. Alright. Who are you guys bringing with you? What are you bringing with you? Outside of your personal machines, and are you guys splitting the party?
Number 2, no.
I will inform you that according to the maps, the No Man Land blockade point does have 4 points of convergence. Centralized security station. It's where other stations gathered information, and then that would go to Police Central.
So at least if we control that, then it'd be a little bit more difficult to get them anywhere else.
Yes, it'd be harder to get him anywhere else. It's in an overarching view. It is probably the best of the 4 to currently own if you station security.
Yeah. Well, I probably put two your commanders each on these other 2 locations with their required backup forces, and then Tengu come with us in the middle, and depending on the situation there, she can either hold that location with some backup, or use it as a point to determine where we go next.
Well, before we throw everyone in places, did you want to know about the crew? Or?
Oh, sure.
All right, well, it's down the list here. All right, you've already met Steel Ranger, rootinest, tootinest show off in town. He's our marksman. Best shot in the station, as far as I'm concerned. It's a Rely. very, very excellent precision. Though he boasts a lot and one hell of a fucking show off. Next is Hothead, a bit of a loose cannon. I mean, took her out of death row as a trainee, and she's made her way up. She's reliable, but still a little, well, unpredictable. She's our explosive expert. Loves her black beard. Thing's a menace on the field, but we enjoy having her. Next, you all met Wolf. Good man. He's well, he pilots the one warden we managed to take from Blackguard. Never seen a weapon with better fire rate than that thing's fucking cannon. Jesus. Got just about anything you need in front of it. But overheats real quick. And in a pinch, he's not very quick. Next, y'all know Tengu. Specialization's drones. She runs a kid. Her tactically deployable, well, SWAT unit is nice to have boots on the ground, even if not human. Modified deployment drones armed to the teeth with small arms and some anti-armor weaponry as well. She's not a front-line fighter, but she could hold her own a bit. Don't get her in trouble. Most important person in this station, even outside of myself, I'd say. The she holds in that beautiful little noggin of hers is vital. Capability of tracking down and dealing with technology, unparalleled. Next, we have Prosper. Well, at best we can describe him as our chaplain. Keeps morale up, I guess. Good man, solid pilot. Runs a swallowtail, likes to back a little bit. Man's a bit of a downer, but we'll get the job done too. Next, Atlas. I think Zeke, you might get along with Atlas. Man pilots a Caliban. You ever seen one of those things rip through a machine? Then you know he means business. Straightforward, solid trooper, doesn't bullshit around. And lastly, Dakrin is well, you know him. The lieutenant who had joined you initially, but due to requirements of redeployment has been quite busy with other things. Ex-mercenary, he's been living on the station for a while. A good man, and look at he keeps his head on a swivel. He's probably the best leader we have on the field.
That all of them?
Yeah, that's all. I mean, that's all the lieutenants.
All right. Well, it does kind of complicate things. It would be nice to have a sharpshooter up here on that controlling point. What do y'all think?
I mean, if you want a sharpshooter, Prosper's there. Zeke, Xander.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
Is it nothing? Anything, guys?
Okay.
I feel like you guys are thinking too hard on this.
Probably.
Why, yes, I do like to overthink everything. How did you know?
Mm. We're gonna pick up other people, and we're also gonna split the party.
no, we're not splitting the party.
We're not splitting the party? Okay, sorry, my bad.
I
Thought we were
simply
doing-
asked if you wanted to.
Okay, my bad. Um. Sorry.
It's fine. I need words and decisions from you guys.
All right. Well, Tengu and the sniper feller come with us to the center point. Want the heavies? You said there was one heavy boy, and what was the other one?
Lone Wolf is heavy weapons, big, massive fucking machine gun. The Warden is meant to sit in one spot and fire its basically future MG42 for exceeding amounts of time until the barrel overheats and it has to replace it.
All right. Him and the fella that's in the zippy little half size. Which one was that?
That's Atlas.
Atlas. Yeah. They go into the well, one of these two honestly doesn't really matter. We just want them to be making a hell of a lot of noise. They'll flush once noise starts.
So Wolf and Atlas where?
One of the two that we weren't looking at.
So you were looking at two.
The Midtown and the
Okay, so it's 2 and 1. So
3 or 4.
any specifics, or you just don't care either way?
Doesn't care.
Okay.
Who's that leave?
That leaves Steel Ranger and who else was not listed? Wrote you down. Oh, Dancred.
Okay, Steel Ranger and Thancred. I want them to be up at the final one, number 4. We'll put nothing at number 1. We'll just hit number 2 with hell of a lot of force, and then if they flush from number 1, we'll know where to go.
All right. So those are the just the lieutenants. What are you sending any force with them? Are you sending any force with yourselves?
I'd say whatever force we got should go to 3 and 4. Between all of us, we should be able to handle number 2.
Okay. You do know in terms of active deployable force, there is about 20 Everests. That could be sent along with the crew. The rest are in active duty positions around the station.
What do you think, Xander Xavier?
Probably 2 or 3 for each of the other groups. Because it's gonna be what, us 4 and then Tengu and
Prosper.
Prosper, thank you. Us 4, Tengu and Prosper hitting number 2 and then moving on to number 1, and then we got 2 others on 3 and 4.
Yeah.
I'd say, yeah, maybe 3 or 4 Everests for each of the other groups. Maybe more.
I mean, we got 20 of them.
Yeah, that's true.
You have more you can use, but you'd have to take from other places. There's 20 available.
I'd say 5 on each team. Keep the other 10 ready as a reserve.
Yeah.
If we have
I
to
think
go
we'll
in hard.
Give 5 to the other 2. Bring the 10 with us. That way we can leave 5 behind with Tengu.
Fair
and
enough.
Central.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then I assume there would be like a force of regular officers and like to be able if we need like for arrests and like police van kind of deals.
Yeah, there's. That's why I specifically said there are Everests. I
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah. Just making
Yeah,
sure.
there are normal officers and ground vehicles also to be deployed. It's just, I mean, if you would like, you could deploy them with you.
No. There's unless they have some real good anti-mech weapons. I don't think or yeah,
No,
no, it's be a little silly.
You guys haven't been
A
able
little
to
much.
requisition anything for the station as of yet.
One question, Chief. Y'all got anybody that can do a little bit of surveillance other than Tengu?
What kind of surveillance are you talking about? Like sitting there scoping it out or sneaking around?
Sneaking around with some sensor packages would be the best.
Thing I was wondering was put maybe a foot soldier team or something up on that the deep number 1 spot here just to watch, give us an idea. Because if we hit 2, 3, and 4, and they start flushing out, then we're gonna need to turn real quick. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, you never gave Hothead a position, so you could. It's just
Oh,
wouldn't have her sitting around too long.
Well,
Uh,
she stares up too much, Make sure she's got some folks with her.
I will.
what was Hothead piloting again? Sorry.
She pilots a Blackbeard with high explosives.
Well, she could definitely stir up some shit if she wanted to.
Definitely can.
All right, put her at number 1. We'll send, I don't know, 2 extra Everest, whether take it off our team, put it onto her, just as a backup. They're gonna try to stay low, but if shit hits the fan, well, they probably had the best opportunity of making some noise.
So where are you sending her?
Number 1.
Okay. That is the No Man's Land deployment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I thought No Man's Land was 2.
No. No Man's Land is 1. Hightown is 2.
Okay.
So did you want to send her to No Man's Land or Hightown?
Hightown. Whatever we were not doing.
Okay.
Yeah, because I thought we were hitting the no man's land because that was also the good vantage point for afterwards.
Yeah, I just got confused. I will be right back. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you guys are there. They're okay. All right, well, those are properly split. Are there any rules of engagement y'all are wanting to deploy? Is there any additional assets you want to try and use? You guys do have access to the spine. It is readily available for deployments. It does also have a internal, basically orbital laser. Though it is destructive, and to get down underneath, it would be quite destructive. It is there.
There are better ways to blow things up.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily blow through things up. It melts through things.
Same difference. It gets trash.
So this No Man's Land is like the central point between all of them, right?
Yep.
would it make sense to rapidly deploy us to there?
Yeah, that's what I thought we were doing.
Yeah.
I mean, you never mentioned it.
That's
Well, okay.
I thought that's what it sounded like
Right.
we had decided. Yeah.
Well, you guys said you were going there. You didn't. Never just said if you were using the spine to rapidly
Yeah,
deploy
we
there.
did not specifically
Oh.
say that. Yeah, but yeah, we can. If we use the spine to do that, by the time we've finished clearing up there, either the others will have reached their points, or we'll be en route. From there, we could probably split up what forces we have to go reinforce them, maybe? I don't know how long it might take for them to redeploy to,
20
who
or 30
knows,
minutes to any of the locations.
Who knows, maybe Flynn will just be there and be like, all right, guys, you can go back now.
I mean, we still want to retake these because these aren't under police control, right?
No.
Yeah. So
True.
retaking these is still good decision making, I think. Okay. So it's us and our team going for No Man's Land, and then we're sending some Everest and 2 others to each of the other 2, throwing Hotshot and a couple Everests to keep an eye on on Hightown, and then we converge on Hightown if the No Man's Land is quick.
I will again ask, is there any rules of engagement requirements you guys want, or is there any additional assets you would like to use?
Um,
The station does have certain equipments around they might be able to scrounge up.
such as
Explosive breaching charges, hole cutters, basic climbing gear, all of these in mech size. And some other assets. It requires materials. There is a 3D printer here, so
yeah. uh, I mean, I think like breaching cut charges and hole cutters would probably be a really good thing to have. Yes.
hey there, Porky. Good to see you. Hope you have a fantastic day. I was doing your lunch break. Hope you guys have a fun time. We haven't headed back to work.
So what's going on?
Boo work. Boo.
If we requisition some extra stuff to do these
What kind of extra stuff?
breaching charges, hole cutters,
If you can think of a reason it could be printed, technically just about anything, everything will cost resources.
Oh,
Also,
Lots from
the other two did talk about hot dropping onto your deployment using the spine.
it worked first time. Mostly.
yeah.
Mostly.
what's the sort of like communication? Well, whilst we're in the underbelly or whatever the hell you want to call it.
You should have pretty clear communications if something interrupts it.
Okay.
Communication within the station is pretty spot on.
Right. Okay. Just wanted to.
Yeah,
double
I mean,
check that.
direct comms between one of you to another team would be it would be spotty, but you can comm to central because you have that ability and they can comm to the team. Or they can connect you.
Okay, then yeah, that should be fine then. I don't. Yeah, I think we should be fine unless anyone else can think of anything.
Some breaching charges probably.
Well, that was on the list of things to
Yeah.
print.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breaching charges, probably 1 hole cutter for each team.
How many for what teams?
I would say 2 for each team.
Yeah.
2 breaching charges.
Yeah, 2 breaching charges, 2 hole cutters. Give those to the Everest, and if we need to pull them ourselves, we'll do it.
All right. Charges 2 cutters. Did you again any rules of engagement requirements, anything like that?
Try not to kill.
I mean, that's obvious.
If they
I
see a
mean-
big fucker that is very flamey, let us know. I forgot what kind
Yeah,
of
I
movie it
mean,
was.
yeah, if the World Breaker shows up, then that's a problem.
It's true. And it would be
On the contrary, that's not a problem. That means exactly where we need to go.
It's true.
He's a rogue element, though. But yes, he is another problem to solve. Right? I was gonna say the World Breaker's a rogue element, wasn't he?
yeah. Works with a specific crew of people. Certain stealthy lad who likes to keep hidden. Other shady individuals. But he is currently alone. If that is it, no rules of engagement requirements. Yeah, we would probably just gonna end up being kill on sight.
Sure seems like it.
I mean, if they surrender, obviously they're surrendering. But other than that, it's like, yeah.
Are you saying to accept surrenders?
I mean, do we have the police have the ability to process them? Yes.
I mean, yeah, I guess this is what do we want to do? Do we just want to kill, or do we want to try and?
I am asking you guys.
Arrest.
The fuck do you want to do?
Yeah, that's why I'm just saying.
I'm not. I'm saying it to everyone. Like, yes, I'm asking you guys. I'm reinforcing what you're saying, Kaiser. Do you guys want the force to just show up and fucking kill? Because they're going off of your rules right now. They're not going off of police requirements.
Okay, so
I
odds
mean,
are good. If we encounter resistance, it's gonna be Blackguard. Blackguard hired goons, right? 'Cause
Uh,
that's how the Goldilocks tend to work. They don't. If they're gonna
If-
do things, they hire out, right?
so you can assume that if they hired Blackguard, they'd be guarding Flynn specifically. Finn specifically. And if they did, it's not goons.
I would say where possible arrest, because I mean, if it's goons, they're just conscripts. They don't really know any better.
That's true. Most of the conscripts for the Blackguard are from this station.
So yeah.
So arrest Blackguard or arrest anyone possible.
I mean, if
More
they're willing to
information.
surrender to custody, arrest them. Yeah,
If possible, incapacitate and arrest. If they're too much trouble, just kill them. I reckon. Yeah.
that's one way to put it. Yeah.
I mean, hell, I'd just say.
I mean,
give
just
them the
take
opportunity to surrender. Otherwise, fuck them.
I was gonna say, like, give an example of, like, say one of the berserker guys from the arena fight is in one of those things. They're not gonna arrest them. Just kill them. You know.
They're not gonna surrender. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Offer.
Because I mean, we are here to be
War.
hired as quote unquote, I don't know, police officers. We should try and, you know.
We're hired as problem solver.
I mean, you're technically hired as like enhanced enforcement. You weren't given police doctrine to serve by. It literally said you need to bring relative peace back to the gravity world.
Yeah, and I mean, sure, if you kill all the troublemakers, sure, that kind of fixes one problem, but also, oh hey, now you have like a big portion of the population is missing.
Yeah, and that's why I'm asking for rules of engagement. That's literally why I'm asking, because like, yeah, I mean, you could just fucking kill everyone. That works, 100%. That'll lead to an end of the story. Sure. I guess like when I said at the beginning of this campaign, you guys can take technically whatever path you want. If you can join one of the factions, you can kill them all off. You can put one in power. Like, you guys could fucking leave Tumbuska Station and go to the war zone. That's a possibility. These are all things I've accounted for. So I like giving you guys the choice. So if you guys don't say something, I'm just gonna do what I want as a GM.
I'm down.
Okay, I just want to like the more serious things is why I'm pointing them out to you. I wouldn't say anything if it didn't kind of matter. All right, if that's it for deployment requirements, you guys are the briefing room now filled with probably 100 officers. The three of you and the chief up front giving orders and planning out the map, putting up deployment zones, blockades for public. Because you guys didn't say you were blocking public transportation, but I'm going to assume you will.
Yeah, we would much prefer to not have any civilians nearby, if at all possible.
Yeah, we don't need a repeat of like the first fight where someone blew a hole into someone's house. You know?
It was a convenience store.
It was still a fucking mech size RPG.
And it was the roof.
It was the upper floor.
Pretty good.
It was the upper floor, is what it was. Yeah, so blockades are civilian blockades are closed. Are you guys putting anything under like mandatory curfew or anything? You doing anything like that as well? I also did forget there is, if you really want to dabble in it, the government can assist.
Oh God, no.
The government.
They do have a standing personal army.
Fucking course they do.
That doesn't really do anything because it just protects them.
Who the fuck is protecting?
How long is that going to
contact them to see if they'll help beef up security around the place so this Genghis doesn't keep rampaging?
In that situation, no. Their military forces there to protect them. They're doing their job of keeping the Genghis out of government locations.
So out of Hightown, got it.
They're not all stationed in Hightown, and technically, none of like the Capitol building isn't even in Hightown. It is its own separate. It's basically its own fortress.
A whole nother section. That's where they're all. Okay, of course they are.
Yeah, of course they are.
Okay.
Yeah, why would they be in the cities? That's stupid. They have a standing army.
I suppose we could have curfews for the surrounding, like the blocks near where we'll be working.
Okay.
Maybe.
Does everyone agree to that?
It should help, ideally.
Could you repeat?
curfews being put up during the
Oh yeah.
engagement in the areas surrounding locations.
Curfew's set back by 15 minutes.
So 15 minutes prior to engagement.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just the areas surrounding each engagement zone.
Mm-hmm.
Other things you guys do have options too, which again, like this isn't like crazy important stuff, but you guys technically can control weather situations as well. You can do that stuff. It is all automated within the computer, and though it is hardwired in, there could be some potential fiddling if you'd like to it.
I cast Smite.
Lightning is
Lightning bolt.
not. I mean, the closest thing you get to lightning is the orbital laser from the spine. The closest
Yeah,
you get.
Bigger Smite.
Do we really want to fuck with the weather? Like, I don't.
No. Inclement weather does not help us. We're going in with fucking mechs.
Also, would the weather control system even really affect us if we're, underneath in the maintenance tunnels, basically? Like,
I mean, depends on the weather. They're maintenance tunnels. Most of the machinery would be beneath, correct? Not necessarily the
Earthquake.
weather that you want. Functioning machinery, noise could potentially produce large amounts of steam and heat to disrupt signatures. Lancer is a tactical game. These are things that, like, technically, you guys in normal Lancer, you do this. You do plan out entire missions.
yeah.
Can you get a I don't know, like a fucking thunderstorm over areas 1 and 2?
They can't really simulate lightning. They can simulate overcast and rain.
A heavy storm.
There could be forced heavy rains.
Yeah, heavy rains over 1 and 2.
Heavy rains, I will say, heavy rains are not common, so appealing to the citizen.
Well, they're going to be under curfew anyway. So.
they're stuck inside anyway.
That's even more reason for them to not want to be out and about.
No winds, just like
it's fucking pissing it down. It is blue.
All right. So, you guys do want the heavy rain?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably would help having machinery hiding our approach. Probably would even want the storm to be going on well before we begin our approach. Like, well before. Probably at least an hour or so.
I mean, I don't think it's really going to affect us specifically.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like,
if we're rapidly deploying there.
Oh, yeah.
How exactly will that work for the rapid deployment?
Sensors and map data.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be flying through the weather deployment, which wouldn't have huge changes on your trajectory because you're within the station, but it could have effects.
I mean, we could just do fog instead, maybe? Or heavy rain. I don't know.
I'd prefer the rain because that allows us to fuck with anything that's stealth as well.
Yeah. Rain
Yeah,
bouncing
that
off
works,
of an invisible thing is suddenly not invisible anymore.
All right, heavy rain. I'll mark it down. And then is there anything else y'all can be thinking of that I've pondered your brains and got you thinking about your situation?
Mm.
Don't think too hard. I was asking, is it off the top of your head?
The part of me that wants to like overthink the fuck out of this is like I want to see maps so I can like really plan this shit out, like maps and like logistics data, all that fun shit.
Yeah, I'm not making that
That's
for you.
obviously, yeah, I know.
If you paid me, I would, but you don't pay me. This is a free service I'm providing. All right, if that's it, that's it.
I mean, as far as I can think of, that sounds like everything. It's like everything sounds like all lined up.
And the last thing is, what are you naming this operation?
Deep Strike. Or Steel Rain.
I mean, only 4 of you are reigning. Well, 6, and oh yeah, it's gonna need to be 2 loads, huh? Because you're how many Everests are you bringing with you?
Well, the Everest can get there whenever they get there.
I was gonna say the Everest can
You're not
deploy
dropping
normally.
them with you. So you guys are just. What's the point of having them then?
How many?
8.
Yeah, because they will bring them
Is it
to
8?
secure the area. Remember?
Right?
Is it 8?
The Everests are like our backup and like our redeploy. Like the Everests are if we like those extra 8 Everests because we already have 6 named mechs dropping on location 2. Those Everests were like our rear guard. Like they can come clean up after we start moving towards position 1, or if the other locations ended up in deep shit, the Everest can go there while we redeploy because they'll be able to deploy faster.
The
But again, then we have no one securing that point after we're done with it, besides
That's what
Tengu,
I'm
and we don't
saying.
want to
It's
leave
like
Tengu by herself.
no. That's what I'm saying is whatever happens, we can deploy the Everest as we need them. It's like if we
I
need
feel
the
like
Everest, if we clear that point out, we can leave Everest there. If it turns out the point is worthless and one of the other locations is where shit's happening, the Everest can go there while we redeploy from after having landed and been like, oh well, it's dud.
how many can deploy at once?
4.
4. Okay, so it's going to be.
I mean, in that case, we can
4.
bring 2 Everests with us because we already have 6 going to our location, and then the other 4 can be we can
The other 4
mobilize
can
the other
just be a
4 as
third.
needed.
Yeah, just throw the other 4 Everests in after the first 2 groups. They'll just be the third group that comes into that area, so they may be delayed, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Like that third group of 4 Everests, then we can deploy those however we need to. If it's holding after we win or going to reinforce someone else in deep shit, so be it.
All right.
Rapid deploy reserve units are real good to have.
I might have actually. I think I actually put it down to 6, so we're just check my own.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Because
It'll be 6, but it'll be the 4 of us drop, the 2 like Tango and the sniper, and then 2 Everest drop, and then 4 extra Everest drop.
Oh no, okay, I did put it down as 4. No, sorry, I was making sure I checked the limitations of the spine.
Oh, okay.
because we're doing 2 and 5, 2 and 5, 1 and 4, and then 6 and 6 technically.
All right.
Because we have 20 Everest that we can play with. So 4 of them with hot shot to position 1. Oh, it just fell. That was my wallet. It's fine. Yeah, 4 with hot shot, 5 each with the other 2 teams, and then the other 6 with us or reserve rather.
All right. That is the final offer. Did you actually want to name this Operation Deep Strike? Or
I kind of like Steel Rain.
That's what the Codex of Sturgis told me.
all right, Steel Rain it'll be.
Several tons of Steel Rain, in fact.
Yeah, couple, yeah.
A few.
Just a few, you know. Do they actually have weight limit, like weights on these? Like those kinds of stats?
No, there's not weights on these
Darn.
machines. They're not
Aw.
insane. I mean, they could get a chunk of them could get run over by a car.
I mean, all the half sizes for sure. The size ones though all seem pretty large.
No, dude, they're about a story and a half tall, maybe.
That's pretty big.
Not really, but like you literally do have to worry about a truck running into you. It literally causes damage as a size 1. A truck is also a size
yes,
1.
but that's not like that's getting hit. That's not getting run over.
Well, getting hit leads to getting run. And then a semi truck is about a size 2 in terms of weight quantity.
Well, a semi's a semi. Anything's gonna have a bad time if a semi hits it.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Um. Hmm.
Mm,
What's my other? Uh.
anything else?
I think we're good.
All right, that is Operation Steel Rain is built and ready. Again, you guys, the about 100 officers sitting around listening to the plan, taking notes, making sure all their all devices have recorded the information that's required for each individual. A lot of the foot troops are basically just all of them are like wiping foreheads, like, "Oh, thank fucking Christ, we're not going in there." And yeah, to whether it's the gain or detriment of you guys, you have no infantry support.
Infantry, infantry.
Yeah.
I mean, reserve infantry for.
Look, this is a thunder
aftermath
run. I
cleanup.
ain't concerned with.
There was no talk of reserve infantry.
Well, not like okay. I mean, like the cleanup, like showing up after everything's taken care of.
I know.
That we need bodies for. Yeah,
that's
what
why I
mean,
said
sorry.
you will have no infantry support.
This is a thunder run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Chief tells everyone operation will be in 2 days, 0500. It's gonna be a fucking early morning, but storm the weather warnings will kick on at probably 2 in the morning, and then run from there. Hopefully the machines will be overworked by the time y'all get down there. Proper cover you guys.
Okay.
So everyone is dismissed. Everyone's like out. So I will give you short description. So the pilots you've not met, Hothead is a very tatted up, fiery redhead. She stands at about 5'1" on a good day. She is the definition of a fucking little fire pot. She is aggressive in nature. Her posture is dominating. And she definitely has the aura of not necessarily authority, but someone in charge, you know? she's big boss, but
Large and in charge energy. I appreciate it.
she stands 5'1". She acts 6'7". Next up is Zen Atlas. This man is bald and almost looks Buddhist in nature. Not necessarily doesn't act or follow those beliefs, but he looks fairly monk-ish. He is reserved. He is pretty straightforward in how he talks and acts. And he doesn't expend too much energy on each emotion. Prosper is clean cut, fucking policeman. He's got a fucking spruce mustache, perfect comb over. Like he is. You think generic American policeman? He is like the spitting. If you looked up officer, like police officer in the dictionary, his photo would be there. He is a good officer though, a solid leader. Not as proficient as Dakrin is in the leadership, but he can certainly get the job done. You guys know Steel, and then have met Dakrin. And yeah. That is it, you guys. So, you guys have 2 days. Is there anything you would like to do in this free time?
Time to go meet BB.
Ooh, you have 2 days to meet BB.
Just like as a side note, I am after what brain fart. I'm just looking at the other mech stuff that I can put together
Uh-huh.
in case I want to print the other mech.
That is actually an option. I did get the go ahead for this Emperor. Wanted to use it, but I don't think it's a good idea for such a big operation anyway.
I'm just looking to see if the other option I have is like just in general. I am just looking at it right now to see if it provides anything that might be of good value.
Might be something that we take out for that Flamey boy if he shows up. And that's about it.
So yeah, I mean it would have to be like a different engagement if you did it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, if there's nothing else, you guys heading to, well, I guess Dohar's heading to BB's and joining Dohar. Zeke, I would also like to remind you do have a lump of material.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I don't think I'd have. Would it? I suppose I could look about seeing if I could find somewhere where I could adequately, take to forge it, or forge a blade with it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I also feel like that might be worth waiting till we get this all sorted. So, well, I can at least look around.
That you can.
Yeah.
So looking around, most people tend to point you towards either finding someone within the industrial district or using forges down there. Or there might be weapons craftsmen up in Hightown that you contact. Now those people would make it themselves. They would not let you make it.
Well, it looks like my only choice would realistically be the industrial zone then.
Right. So you're heading there? or are you waiting to do it?
I'll wait. Yeah.
Okay. Xander's, anything you're doing?
Nothing comes to mind that I should be considering. So, I mean, I guess I'll just take the couple days to make sure I've got everything sorted for what I want to do.
Fine.
Right?
So you're not going with Dohar.
No.
Okay. Dohar, you go alone on your little dinner date with BB.
Oh boy.
I assume you're dressed in your best attire.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Actually, do you go out and get a new suit or anything, or you still
Is your best attire?
you just run in your best attire, which was what, your overalls and shit?
I mean, he's got fucking enough to print out a basic suit. Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah. I mean, so the materials wouldn't be used to print out a suit. Buy one again.
Oh yeah.
If you need to buy something, I'm not gonna force you to have funds. You gotta get paid some kind of salary as mercenaries. Cool, you can afford it.
Yeah.
As long as it's not absurd. So yeah, you go out, buy a suit. Is anything fancy, or is it suit, it work?
It suit, it work.
Fantastic.
Except
No?
for the incredibly ridiculous tie.
What kind of tie is it?
God, fuck, I don't know.
Describe me
He's
this
gonna wear
ridiculous-
some kind of like bolo tie with a little holographic center on it.
What's on the hologram?
A mech.
Just a
Yes, the Durandal is on the hologram.
just like a still image of the Durandals on.
Yeah.
Is it one image, or is it like, you know?
Oh
there's-
no.
It's like a
this is
billion-
particular. If you see it from one side, it's just like the Durandal, and you see it from the other side, it's like waving at you.
Okay. So it's like it's a little silly tie. Okay.
Yeah.
So you show up at BB's casino bar den of degenerates. And they are you notice immediately you're not patted down. Security looks at you, nods, and you're allowed to go in. The place looks better than last time you saw it. There's also some extra security. You do blatantly see a heavy turret hanging from the ceiling, one of the far corners off the right.
Oh, cool.
The walls that had previously like separated the different sections are reinforced heavier materials, from you can tell. They do still have their clubbish designs and whatnot, but they're you can kind of tell at a glance that might be ship grade paneling.
Mm-hmm.
So if a firefight ever broke out here, there's some real good cover around. You do see BB in the back of what is essentially like smoking section. It's where a bunch of like the more prim proper people hang out. If you remember, this place is separated into basically 3 different clubs slash casino. Off to the right is more of the party section. You can see flashing lights and rugs and shit, and there's some pretty hearty bass coming. The midsection is the family friendly area. It's mainly a diner. There's the big encompassing bar in the middle. As well as it's a pretty chill area. There's a couple of tables where you can play games at, different types of betting. And then off to the left, slash in front of this direct path in front of the door, is a darker area. The lights, a mix of a dark blue and purple, purple nearer to a pink than an actual light. I guess a magenta. They don't flash or anything. They do kind of circle around the area, casting shadows on tables, casting over faces of some men, and there. The one light doesn't move. It is a table which you can almost tell that BB had done some rearranging, having heard that you were alone. The table's smaller. There's you can see a waiter just standing there next to kind of bottle in their hand, and BB sees you and kind of waves you in.
Oh, howdy.
You walk in and kind of just wave. Oh, hey there. You're a pretty friendly place. Your loud injecture to this pretty, in relative quiet area, you get some looks. And you can tell some of these people are probably people you should arrest right now. If you were working, I mean, you wouldn't arrest them, but if you were like a spot on cop, these men would all.
Yeah.
It's fine. You're off duty right now.
Whether they're kingpins or underlords, minions of different factions, you can't tell. You do see a couple of colors that might indicate a Maxer or Blackguard here or there, but nothing that you're gonna press right now. As you approach the table, the waiter who is standing next to BB steps forward and pulls the chair out for you. Sir, if you please have a seat.
Oh, thank you kindly. He just plops into it.
I'll just fucking BB smiles and oh, Doha, you and your simple charm. Truly a delight to see you again.
Oh, hey, shucks. It ain't too bad to see you too, BB. I will say Mr. again.
I appreciate it if you didn't. Well, thank you for coming. I assume a man of your nature would like to start with dinner before business.
Oh, it depends on what we got. What kind of fixing you got?
Oh, well, I have a fine 3070 wine. Recently dug up from, I don't know, some time past that. Some decent time past that.
Yeah.
Imported from Core System.
Oh damn, that's the good shit.
It's naturally grown, none of that processed life, and unprinted bottle. This is true glass. I've also had a platter of mixed small hors d'oeuvres, taste testers, a little bit from each menu that I personally enjoy. A bit of ribeye steaks wrapped in bacon, perfectly sautéed in a. Over there, you'll have some seafood, though unfortunately not natural. It is grown here on Tumbuska Station, the lovely Gravity Well, from our agricultural section of Taste of Home, as you.
Meat's meat. It don't matter that much.
I'm sure with all the garbage you've put into your stomach, not much is left to care for taste. Here we have fresh salads, also from the agricultural section. Absolutely wonderful spring leaves. Perfect seasonal growth this year. I've been hearing absolute wonders about the new rotation system they've been implementing there after the incident required a full restart of the plant life. And then off to the side, I wasn't sure what your tastes were, but I have a and bubbly here for a simpler drink, or if it suits your taste, I don't know how childish you wish to go, soda.
Oh, I don't drink sodas.
Wonderful, wonderful. You see BB like push this little bottle of generic space. No, actually, you know what? It's God, what the fuck is the thing I had that Chad was sponsored by?
Oh, Jesus, the energy drink. Fuck. I don't remember.
No, it's actually no that actually it's one of the items you can have as like fucking
Devil Black?
character.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
it's a can of Devil Black Light is what it's labeled.
Oh, I definitely don't drink light. Oh, hell no.
It's basically, so if Devil Black is kick ass in a can, this is like a slap across the face. Really, it's not crazy. But it is considered very light. I can't tell you more, but yeah.
Thanks, Bud Light.
But it is basically you notice BB put their hand on it and push it off the table into the trash bin. Wonderful. I think I might have thought less of you if you did accept that.
Oh,
Well,
no worries. I do have some taste, and well,
wonderful. Well then, shall we start with the bubbly?
sure.
Wonderful. The waiter pours out bubbly in fine glasses for the both of you, and if you consume it, it tastes fine. Like it's sweet and has a perfect bit of carbonization in it. You can still taste a little bit of the, I wouldn't say hops, whatever they use to make alcohol out here.
There's a lot of things you can make. You can make alcohol of a lot of things.
Yeah. You can taste a little bit of that, as well as not like it's not quite artificial, but it tastes of apple, but not quite natural. As if it's been grown on a fucking space station. Yeah, it has an apple tinge to it.
It's that's interesting. I generally drink darker red, sort of Syrahs, and little spice of wine sort of thing.
I don't know if you know any of the words you've just actually said, but bravo on your pronunciation. And yes, this isn't necessarily my preferred palate, but it's what we have on the station, and it isn't bad, and I've been sipping it in my free time.
I mean, sipping's for good. Oh wait, no, that's not what I meant to say. Sipping wine is, who the hell cares? If you enjoy it, you enjoy it.
Exactly. See? If you enjoy things, have them, right?
I mean, that's how I got Durndal, so I can't say no.
Yes. I had my eyes on that machine myself. It's a shame that I didn't get to add it to my collection. Though
Apologies.
its pilot certainly would fit the bill.
How do you mean?
Oh, nothing for now. Please.
Oh, all right.
Buy
Some
the food.
collector ass statements.
Phoebe puts on the glass and takes a bit of bite of enjoying it. Pushing for you to try it, and if you do, the fish is perfectly cooked. A wonderful saute array of vegetables around it. It's you might be able to call it salmon if you've ever actually had real salmon. It certainly tastes like potentially whatever ramen package or space tofu you've managed to get that was labeled salmon. It tastes pretty similar to that.
Oh hell, I recognize this. I was wondering what that little fish was supposed to be on the side of them. What you call them? Hot pots. I think it was miso or something or other like that.
Oh yes, those little children's packages of instant noodles and whatnot. Yes. I had one of those. I tried one. Absolutely horrendous.
Oh yeah, no, they just keep it going. That's about it.
Yes, yes. I mean, I think it would kill me if I had more than a bite. But sure, I guess you can say it's a similar taste if you're well, but um I'm glad you enjoy it.
I mean, obviously they were trying to base it off of this, and ain't too good at basing anything, honestly. But tastes better than cardboard.
I'm sure, I'm sure. And yeah, so the BB allows you to enjoy your food, eats themselves, and after a bit orders the wine to be poured. Again, if you ingest this, it's a bit of a bittersweet taste. I'm not good with wine, so like I don't know.
Should I get 10?
No, we'll be here for a day. I want to finish this within, the hour. So, but it's I don't know, like a fine rosé. Is that a fucking term?
Yes.
Yeah, got it.
It tastes good. There you go.
Tastes good, sparkly, bubbly. Woo!
Woo!
Say that'd be champagne. That's bubbly.
The happy woo juice is pretty all right.
I really like this.
Spicy water.
What do you call this? Filet mignon?
Sure, you can call it whatever you would like.
I'm sorry, I'm probably mispronouncing that horribly, but
Yes.
it's really good.
Well, I'm glad you like it. I spent a fortune on it. I think I'd shoot you if you said you didn't like it.
Oh no, I got some taste. I just ain't used to having real fancy food.
Well, that is part of today's conversation. First of all, I do have information on our little firebrand station. And secondly, I have proposition.
That's a good thing. However, I'd like to give you a forewarning because there's about to be an operation. Just make sure that your folks ain't anywhere near it.
Oh, interesting.
He'll outline like the general idea of like what's going to go down for the operation. It won't give like super specific, but just like don't be here at this time.
Okay. Interesting.
I like you. Don't come to school tomorrow.
You're cool.
Christ, Christ almighty, guys. Let's leave that basket under the table, please. Fucking Christ.
Sorry, that's the thing that fucking came to mind.
Fucking
Oh my god.
so fucking
Oh,
Brits, man. Fucking Brits. Uncultured swine.
you don't want your beans and toast?
Fuck no, beans taste like shit.
Alright, yeah, so BB is quite interested in you to openly share this information, but well, I am grateful for the information. Though as a information broker myself, I would feel as if I was stealing, quite simply. So, we'll consider this fair trade for what I'm.
Fair enough.
Wonderful. So, was going to start with my, but we'll start with our little firehead. Right, so, as you might know, he's currently piloting one of the dangerous and outlawed machines in recent years, the World Killer Class Genghis Mark I, a viable molten core with legs.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't heard the reports, which I assume you have, seeing I stole them from your sources, requisitioned them from your sources. He currently runs with a high-end plasma thrower. Basically, imagine a star in the palm of your hands, liquefy it, and then throw it at your enemies.
Right. Don't get near him.
Yes, don't get hit by it, please. It'd be quite shameful if you returned me in a bag. He's also apparently quite proficient, though, in a cumbersome machine, quite proficient in combat. The pilot, known as Blackburn, ex-con and, well, wanted in many systems. He's well known for his war crime. Jared Spark is his name.
Garrett Spark, that seems familiar.
You might have heard stories about him. He's very good at his job. It seems he went on a mission, the last mission he took with his previous crew. He melted about 20 members of a rebel opposition, attempting to stop them from fleeing their mission objective. There wasn't much left of any human bodies inside of them.
All right. Angry fella.
Not angry, no. Combat obsessed, I'd say. His dossier has him listed on 3 different combat drugs.
Oh, he's a junkie. All right.
Again, that's putting it lightly. He's proficient with these. He doesn't take them willy-nilly. He takes them in combat. He seems to enjoy the feel of it. Heightened senses, improved reactions. There's rumors he gets off to shit. He also uses it when not in his machine. His personal flamethrower is well known through multiple encounters, system, standing guards, upstarts, pirates. He's killed them all. He even has listed here one legal official of a government.
Well.
Yes. So,
yeah, he's been busy since last we met.
yes, I'd label him as an extremely dangerous individual. And if he is not working for anyone, he should be dead. Letting this man loose without any rules of engagement seems like the probably worst thing that could be happening to Tobrusa Station, outside of a potential uprising of lower areas.
So what you're telling me is somebody is starting to get a kickoff.
Let's say there's a powder keg and someone just threw a fucking match into the middle of the room.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Yes. Quite literally. This man has burned through several civilian locations. The news has kept these reports on the down low, but I always get the information. He's brought about the death of 4 families, the destruction of 17 residential and business areas, as well as let's see, there's repairs in sections 35A and 70B on roadways due to extensive, well, slagification.
Well, I gotta give him the credit for keeping that quiet, at least.
Well, it's quite easy to quiet the people around you when the people in charge are being paid by...
Well, yeah.
Outside of that, his last known location is... looks like his heat signature went out just outside Midtown.
Right. Well, that's just convenient.
Truly. Here, let me send you this information and a map. You get a little device. You get the basic information. LT Jared Spark, aka Blackburn.
Mm.
The image on this profile is a man of relative. He looks pretty collected in this photo. Though he has scars and burns across his face. His darker skin is telling of an ancestry on definitely a warm planet. He has some tattoos that have been almost looks like they've been attempted to be scratched. They're relatively tribal in nature. Going mainly along his chin. You've seen something similar.
Hmm.
On a certain member of your.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, don't lump me in with him now. Hang on a second.
What? Where was Kaiser's character from? Like, I remember it was like Clanish, but I don't remember what it was.
He's not from a specific planet. He's from a specific nomadic.
The nomadic, yeah.
It's basically a nomadic PMC unit. It goes by the acronym of SCAG. This is the Slayton Caldera Armament Group.
Huh. I wonder if he was a skag.
Well, I'm not sure. I've certainly heard the name, but I don't know much about SCAG myself.
I have to introduce you to a good friend of mine. He's was.
I mean, BB knows Zeke.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
BB
I've
knows
been there
the team.
before.
Yeah, BB knows the crew. They haven't interacted much, but BB knows Zeke.
Yeah.
If at minimum, they stole the information about Zeke.
Yeah.
BB, looking through it, the chassis, you have the information on the World Killer. There is concerns of a NHP aboard this machine that is probably about as all there as the pilot.
What kind of level is this NHP? Is this like
We are uncertain. Most old World's Killer units came with an Agni class NHP. It helped set fires, really.
right? Is it awakened or
We're unsure. The pilot seems to be in full control of himself and his machine, from what we've seen. Yeah,
Oh, that would make more sense. See, you said something about him getting out of his mech sometimes, and the AI probably takes care of that.
probably. So yeah, he's a problem, and he's outside my house. I'd like that problem solved sometime. Also, one other thing about it, based on the map, he is not too far from location 3 of the operation.
Mhm.
At least his last known location is about 5 miles west of it.
It might be time to do a little bit of rearranging. Then, in that case, we were supposed to sit down not too awful far from that, but a different location. Might be able to take two birds with one stone.
And that BB finishes their wine and sets down the glass. And now then, on to my little proposition. I've been enjoying your company.
Oh, certainly.
And I appreciate the business we do together, and though it is not the cleanest work, it is certainly better work than I get from other men that I hire. So, Doha,
Hmm.
you enjoy the food and the wine.
Oh, certainly.
Would you like to have it?
Certainly. Don't see why not.
Would you like to work for me, Doha?
Thought I already was.
Well, on an unofficial basis. But I mean, work for me, Doha.
What kind of arrangement you talking about, baby?
I'm talking illicit access to information that I hold, illegal goods that I can procure for you in your little machine as project, potentially access to my personal collection, and well, maybe a few other side.
All right. We're gonna have to be careful about that, of course, obviously. Not
Well,
that I really give a shit about what's left of the police around in these parts, but
well, that's the thing, though. You, as working for me, you would not be staying at the station anymore. Staying in quarters that I provide for you. I would hate to have something happen in the station and lose one of my better assets.
right.
And of course, any mission that I provide you with top priority.
Oh, certainly.
You think?
I think it's definitely a sort of thing that we're gonna be very happy to see in the future, Mister Baby. Baby, sorry. Habits.
Or are you accepting BB's deal?
I'll put it tentatively. Let's see how this the situation right now goes down. Got to take care of that first. Afterwards, we'll have another little sit down. How about that?
I am. I'm not a patient. This offer will not stand for long.
Oh, I don't mean to keep you waiting, of course.
Then simply answer me now.
Fine, sure. Why the hell not?
Okay. So you agree to work for BB?
Yeah.
All right. Uh, BB basically pulls out a contract, and has you fill it out with basic information, whatnot. You care to read the fine print?
Sure.
All right. It does in fact say that you are not necessarily a manservant to BB, but like BB's requirements come before. If BB
Right.
gives you a job, they expect you to get it done immediately, like before other things. BB does also will allow for the option of potentially some ill-gotten goods, whether for you or if you continue to work for the police, and donate those.
Mm.
Um, if you go against BB in really any way, it'll cause problems. Continuous rebellious behaviors will cancel the contract and potentially put a hit out on your head.
Mm.
But yeah, I want to just double check and again confirm. You agree right now that you are in fact employed by BB. All right. Congratulations. You now have a new employer. You are technically no longer a part.
Look at this fucking traitor over here. Sheesh. That's fine.
All right, fantastic. The evening finishes up. BB does offer you after club activities.
Jesus.
Do you partake or do you refuse? You do not have to. It is simply an offer. BB seems interested in christening the deal.
Fuck it, why not? Dohar's drunk anyway.
All right. You don't have to, but I'm just saying. I figured I'd throw it out there. All right. So you do not return to the station that night. Assuming your character swings that way, it is very enjoyable.
Okay.
Fantastic. We will end the session with the screen going to black and fun, sexy fable noises being played.
Oh, shit.
That's fantastic. That's funny.
That's great.
Hey, well, congratulations. You guys didn't explode, and you successfully planned a mission in under 3 hours. I don't think it was under an hour, but under 3.
It's definitely under. I think it was under 2. I mean, we could have done.
It was under 2, yeah. We spent like 40 minutes doing other shit before we got to that point.
Yeah.
It's only and it's only now 7, and yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was under 2 hours. It was under 2 hours, probably.
That's fine. We can crack out this operation real quick, you know.
Yeah, just you know.
No problems.
No problems. It'll be fine, they said.
Queuing up some armor-piercing weapons for the fucking Genghis.
Making a new character now.
You need a new character. I'm gonna fucking need.
This thing is gonna melt me if I get close to it. And hey, would you look at that? Sure. That's my entire gimmick.
Just switch out for an armor-piercing rifle. It'll be fine.
Yeah, the armor-piercing rifle he can't even lift.
No, you can probably lift it.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure if it's there's a bunch of different armor-piercing weapons.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like, there's a bunch. I mean, not all of them are great, but like, I'm not talking. I don't know if he has a heavy. The anti-material rifle is a heavy rifle. Yes. I'm sure there's other armor-piercing things.
Yeah, AP technically isn't linked to heavy weaponry.
No. Anyways, it's on where is it? The Genghis only. Let's see. If you overheat during this time, your mech releases. Okay, so it's active effect. Yada yada. For the rest of the scene, the Genghis is wreathed in heat. Your Furiosa aura grows to burst 2, and your mech ignores difficult terrain. If you overheat during this time, your mech releases a blast of heat that melts the ground. Characters other than you take 1d6 AP energy damage and must succeed a hull save or become immobilized. The area then becomes difficult terrain. And then the passive effect, the Furiosa, is just you are surrounded by shimmering heat that interferes with targeting. You gain soft cover. Other than you, characters within burst 1 cannot take reactions. So it's not like it's just AoE death. It's AoE disruption.
Oh.
Yes, can't take reactions. Oh, hey, that involves my survivability tools.
Yeah, that's a different problem. That's
also a level 1 and player requirements.
Sorry?
That's a level 1, and that's limited to players.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
the
see what you
thing
mean.
is
Yeah,
gonna have its own special shit.
Well, of
Yeah.
course. You know, you
It's
gotta
gonna
soup
have
it up a little
licenses
bit.
and shit as well. Yeah.
It's also gonna have functionally half
It i-
HP.
Are you
Ish.
sure about that? It's a,
Look,
it's a boss character.
Giving it
It
force
can-
structure would be a fucking oh my god threat.
Yeah, that. Welcome
You
to.
don't
enemy
understand.
Lancers.
I haven't thrown I haven't thrown an actual enemy at you.
Everything's
like,
been like this
enemy
for like all the big
characters
enemies.
can
have been, like,
100% have
structure.
force structure.
Yeah,
Oh god.
yeah.
Big menace. Big menace.
I haven't thrown like an actual problem at you.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I mean,
We are
plenty of
Lancers.
problems
Do you think
before.
we're the only ones in the galaxy?
I
No.
thought we had the player bonus to play the game.
You
No!
do. That's why I don't throw all of these at you at once.
Yeah.
But like, there's still gonna be hard as fuck machines out there, man.
Yeah.
There's technically 7 on this station. There's more if you choose to fight the police.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Which would be funny. But yeah,
This is gonna be a painful experience.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Look, none of you guys are even going there.
Fine.
One of the other teams is going there.
You're right.
And I only
Have
said
fun,
it
other team.
was near location. You guys are also going under the ground.
Oh.
Yeah, I 100% do not look forward to fighting that thing ever.
That's gonna be a bitch.
Yeah. And if those who don't know, it is an old character of mine from a one shot we did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a big threat.
So that's why I kept saying, I was like, oh yeah, it's been a while since fucking
Yeah. Kaiser fought alongside it. I don't think he got a kill.
Well, I wasn't built for kills, but yeah.
Yeah.
I did not get a kill. I merely assisted in the murder.
Yeah. It was fun and I had the character sheet, so I want to use it.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
It wasn't in a world killer before. It was in a regular Genghis, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Only a regular Genghis.
Yeah.
There's a different. Like, I didn't see the. My blind.
There's so on the Genghis license itself. At the second level, you could technically unlock both the regular Genghis and the world killer.
Oh. Huh. Down to here.
Because I believe, yeah, world killer's from the wallflower.
Yep. The
Thing.
regular
Oh.
Genghis is more controlled.
Oh Jesus Christ! Got
Oh.
armor on the world killer. Fuck.
Yeah, that's why
Oh,
I
both
wasn't
have three,
joking
yeah.
about the armor armor piercing.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't really have anything on with this.
I didn't even realize there was a regular Genghis. I'd only been looking at the world killer till now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun killing you guys with the fuel rod gun. Anyways.
Oh no!
I also have a fuel rod gun.
Dunk. But yeah, so thanks for joining for Lance today, guys. It's been a blast. I love your faces. I'm gonna bounce the fuck on out of here though. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your days. And yeah. Later, nerds.
Alright, bye.
The nicest part about knowing that we're gonna have to deal with a Genghis at some point is the fact that we know we're gonna have to deal with a Genghis.
But you don't know when, bitch.
Yeah, but hey,
Anyways, chat. It's been a blast. Thanks for coming, hanging out, and being awesome. I love your faces. I love your butts. I love Lancer. It's a good time. Hopefully, y'all on the stream enjoy these sessions. I am looking to start to doing one-shots once a month on stream on Saturdays. I'm looking to potentially get that going, so I'm gonna put a little notice out in Discord probably later this week to get the first crew down to play something. We'll set that up, and maybe third week of July we'll do our first one. And yeah, we'll have a good time. Sadly, with that, my friends, the tavern doors will be closing. So finish your drinks, ladies and gentlemen, and until next time, bye-bye!